protest people, you can stay on the square if you would like, but I'm going to be leading a march over to the public safety building, and you can join that as well if you want. We're gonna make sure that we can distance as well as we can. That's obviously hard with so many people here, but we're gonna make sure that we can do that the best we can. All right. So I organized this after I saw Autumn and Dakota's protest because I wanted to show the people of Galesburg that even though I'm 14 and we're all teenagers, that we organize this. Even though we're young, we're able to do this, and we can organize this and make it as peaceful as possible. This movement has been around since I was really young, and I've always supported it, even as like a young kid. But things haven't gotten much better since I was that young. And we want to show the people of Galesburg that we're here to support the Black Lives Matter movement, and we want to see change in our country. Because in all of the years that the Black Lives Matter movement has been around, we haven't seen that change that we want. George Floyd was murdered, and we're here to stand up for all of the Black lives that have been taken in this country and hopefully make things better.
Hi everybody. It really warms my heart to see everybody out here today. I think I can speak for everyone attending when I say I'm disgusted and horrified by the video that I saw about what happened to George Floyd. But the most important thing to remember is that our hurt and our feelings will do nothing if we don't put it towards a good cause, like this one. By sharing posts and talking about these issues and coming to these protests, you're taking a stand against injustice and racism everywhere. So thank you for that. I'm a white person, but I'm coming to stand before you today to use my privilege in the only way it should be used. To be the best ally to people of color that I can be. As Robert Terry said, to be white in America is to not to have to think about it. But the only way to create change and make an equal and just America is to force all white people to get uncomfortable and look deeply into their privilege and their way of life. Only then will they be able to see that it's not about seeing past the color of someone's skin, but seeing the color of their skin and still respecting them. This has gone on long enough, and we are past due for some change. Change is here, change is now, and I'm so happy to see so many beautiful people out here attending today. Black Lives Matter.
Hi. Okay. Black Lives Matter. No matter who you are, where you're from, if you're poor, you're rich, they matter. Like, it doesn't matter, okay? Your name. I'm Brianna. You're okay.
It's all right.
George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, all these beautiful people, they die because of their skin color. And it's not fair because they were born the same way. They're born to live, and they can't because they're taken too soon, and they didn't get to live their lives. And they need change needs to happen because they don't deserve to be taken out of this world that young. Like, it's not fair. Like, people get shot every day, and they get discriminated against, they get bullied, they get a lot of stuff that doesn't need to happen, and it just, something needs to happen. You just, change needs to happen. You need to keep pushing until something happens, because no one deserves to live like that. No one deserves to live in fear every single day of their life that they're gonna die. No one deserves to fear every time they get pulled over. No one deserves to fear every time they go out at night. No one deserves to fear every time they go to the store or they go on a run. No one deserves to fear like that. They need to be able to live their lives in happiness, and they need to be able to just be happy and live. They don't need to be in fear, but they can't. They need peace. They need justice. They need to be able to live. Black lives matter.
A lot of you guys were out here last week. Some of you guys were in front of the Public Safety Department on Tuesday. Even more of you are out here now. Even though the 4 officers that are responsible for George Floyd's death have been charged and arrested. The reason why we are all out here today is because that's not enough. We can't be okay with people just being arrested and charged for murder. We need convictions. But most importantly, we need to make a change to prevent this from ever happening again. The fact that police officers around this country feel that they have the power to look into a camera while they drain the life out of a person's body and think that there will be no repercussions for that is wrong. We have to take that power away from them. I know what you see on the TV is a lot of faces like mine on obituaries now. All because they had a broken tail light, or they forgot to to signal a turn, or they were selling CDs without a permit, or someone suspected they were doing something wrong. But my face is not the only one out there that's being hurt by this. This does not happen to just black men. This happens to black women like Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland. This happens to white men. All because officers feel that they are above the law. Nobody in this country is above the law. We are supposed to be seen as equal people. Although we all know since inception it's not been the case. There may not be as much coverage after these arrests have been made. I'm already seeing it die down on social media. I'm seeing it die down on the news. Back to speaking about COVID, speaking about the economy. But this message cannot be silenced. Cannot be stopped. This can't be. We can't stop talking about this. Because when we stop talking about this, the power stays with those who have been killing us for years, for decades, for centuries. Everybody deserves to go home after a day's work. Everybody deserves to have their rights respected. Everybody deserves to live a free life. And I know right now George Floyd is the center of attention right now. I want to remind you guys of some people that have died in the past 10 years by the hands of the people that are supposed to protect us. Walter Scott was shot in the back while running from police. The police lied, said that he had a gun. They planted evidence on him. That one resulted in a conviction of 20 years. Oscar Grant. You probably know his name from Fruitvale Station. They have Hollywoodized our deaths on the big screen, and yet nothing has been done about it. Eric Harris. An officer mistook his taser for a gun, resulting in his death. John Crawford III was killed in Walmart for looking at BB guns and air assault rifles. Atiana Jefferson was shot through the window in her home with her kid watching. Charles Kinsey was shot with his hands up while attending one of his mental patients in the street. When asked, "Why did you shoot me?" the officer says, "I don't know." Daniel Shaver was a white man killed in the hotel hallway because someone suspected him of having a gun when he was just doing his job as an exterminator. Laquan McDonald. Shot 16 times on a highway. They lied about him having a knife, about him lunging towards them. Deborah Danner. A woman who suffered from schizophrenia. They called to check in on her. Medical personnel arrived first. Police took over. She ended up dead. These are just names of people that were videoed. There's no way to know all the names that are out there that won't get justice, that won't be heard anymore because no one was there to watch, no one was there to share their side of the story. Tyler Smith. Xavier Hartman. There are people out here that will never be able to fight for their lives, fight for justice anymore, so we must fight for them. I want you guys to remember that this is just a step. This protest here, this gathering here is just a step in the process for change. There has to be change at a local level, at a state level, at a national level to prevent this from happening ever again.
All right. So we're just gonna march down to the public safety building and around, and then come back. So we want everyone back here by 2:45, so that we can speak about why we came here and everything.